Previously.
Perhaps you have completed your 3 or 5 years on the H1B Visa and you're thinking, boy, I have to go back home for 2 years, so I'm not going to be able to get this opportunity. Well, if you're that person, we have the answer for you.
South Carolina,
Miami Bridge, job bridge. Yeah. Vacation reach up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Altitude way up. Never see bridge a move yet in Jamaica.
Road travel is awesome.
Wagwan Dreamers, thanks for checking into the Positivity In, where everything is copacetic because God is in it. If you are new here, welcome by checking in. On this video, you have automatically been given the silver package, but please do upgrade to gold by subscribing to this channel, or all the way up top to platinum by not only subscribing but liking this video, checking in with a comment below, and sharing with your friends. To all our returning dreamers, wagwan, big up yourself. Thank you so much for the continued support. I am your hostess with the mostest, Daniel Robdon, and with me is the co-host on this series,
Robdon.
And of course, 'tis the season to dream big and activate those dreams, and so we're really doing this migration special for you, where we're sharing information that we know that you may be able to benefit from and have something more exciting going on financially and opportunity wise. So we are going to be talking about what today?
Well, we're going to be talking about acquiring a teaching license. But before we do, Oni, I just like the point that you mentioned, that why we're doing this, because I believe that we would have been far advanced in our journey towards actualization had we had access to some of the information that we have access to now. And not only that, we are where we are because persons have continuously shared information with us. And so we just want to create a platform that actually present this kind of opportunity to those who are listening. All right. Yeah. So we want to remind you that you can help us to grow this channel by hitting the like, making sure you make a comment, and make sure that you hit the subscribe, and definitely share this with your friends. So today we're going to be talking about acquiring a teaching license from outside of the United States, or better yet, from anywhere within the world. So whether you're within or without the USA, you should be able to still acquire a teaching license. But the question to ask, is this really possible?
Of course.
It is possible, all right? So in our time going to the United States, we did not know this. Yeah. So we went there without our teaching license. But that does not have to be your reality. You can change that course by listening to what we have to share in this video today. But first of all, let me answer, what is a teaching license? I think that's the first thing we need to answer. Yeah. So this is a permit that is given to an individual that says they have met the prerequisite of that educational institution, and that they have the legal right in order to operate as a teacher in that institution and in that particular subject area. So it says that one has
an authority. Right.
Yeah, they are credible to speak on the particular matter, and that will come also as a result of your background check to ensure that you have a good reputation. Because when it comes on to dealing with children, we need the best persons out there to actually share. All right? So that's what a teaching license is.
But hon, some persons may be saying, okay, why is this important? Yes, I understand, like any other license gives me, the opportunity to be an authority on a particular subject. But how does it help me outside of being an authority on the subject? What are some of the benefits of having this license?
All right, yeah, that's a very interesting question. All right, so we're going to tell you some of those reasons. I'm going to give you 5 reasons. So if you have your pen, you want to actually get your pen and in paper and start writing. So first, you can increase your potential to earning. When you're legal, then you can you can get the right amount of salary that you desire. So without a permit, one can pay you less than because you're not yet a teacher. But when you are a teacher, they have to pay you what is the acceptable. Plus, honey, you can bargain. All right, you can bargain. You can say, man, I'm a trained teacher. I have my certification. I have this amount of experience. This is the value. So your teaching license is helping to communicate the value that you're coming to add to an educational institution.
And we would have expressed that in previous videos. So guys, if you've missed the other videos, go and check those out. Even with the last program we did with the H1B Visa, they pay you based on your qualifications. So you have different tiers in payment and that kind of thing. So it is very crucial that you try to go out and get it. And another thing I think it does for you also is it makes you competitive in the market. So it gives you the opportunity where you would get the privilege over somebody who is considered unqualified or untrained.
Absolutely. And right, as you mentioned, so it open up more job offers to you. So if you don't have a teaching license, for example, and a school give you a little chance to practice, you're there basically as a novice, so you can actually move on. So when you see all those job offers coming, you have to just sit where you are. And only when I was on my J1 program, I was at a certain school. The school was okay, but I saw other offers, like, that was more competitive. I wanted to take those on because I thought those would have better, those are better impact, impact me and my welfare. And so I was unable to take those on because I did not have a teaching license inside of the United States at that time. So that's number 2 benefit. The third benefit is you can teach if you decide to go back home. All right. So whereas in some countries they don't require a teaching license yet, and this is subjected to change, you can teach when you go back home. You go back home as an asset. It says you have worked in a first world country. They have they have acknowledged you, recognize you as a teacher, and so when you come, you're a full-blown teacher. Plus, honey, if you decide to not teach in the United States and decide to move to the UK, they will recognize
that teaching license. Very good point.
From the United States. And so when you get to the United Kingdom, you will not necessarily need to go through all the rigmarole to get a QTS. But you could do some transfer and recognition. But we'll talk about that in another video. All right? Good. 4th reason why persons need to get a teaching license. You will be a more competitive candidate. I know that sounds like we're repeating, but by competitive, we're speaking about even where you are at. So people want to hold on to you. Right? So they're not glad for you to leave because they know there's a lot of opportunities out there for you. And so they want to keep you as an asset there. And that could mean that you get some extra perks just because you're qualified. All right? And the last reason I want to say is that you'll become a better teacher. Having gone through all the courses and all the training and had to meet all those expectations, by that time you're definitely going to understand behavior management, engagement strategies, just the whole matter of classroom management on a whole. So this is a very much important. This is something that one wants to engage in.
And the thing about the teaching license is it's not just theory, but there's a practical component to it as well that helps you to have that hands-on, kind of experience within the field.
Yeah, and one may say, but I'm living in a country and I'm a teacher and I'm doing all of this. Well, you need a permit to show. It's just like someone who's driving a car, right? You may have been driving a car a long time ago and you're a very skillful driver. We're not discounting that, but you need something to show the police officer that you're actually recognized by a recognized organization. All right, so the very same thing applies to teaching. All right, so now we're going to get into how can I get this teaching license from where I am? Thankfully, to what is called globalization, right? With the internet and all, the internet is not all bad. So with access to the internet, one can acquire this or engage in what we call, distance learning. And of course, engage in different programs that will make you qualify in this area. So we're gonna talk about this program, but first of all, I know that persons are interested in accreditation. You want to know if this organization is actually recognized and if it is worth spending. Because if you're spending money, you want to make sure that you're getting the best worth, and you also want to know that it is going to be recognized. All right. So first of all, this organization that we speak about is accredited by the Distance Education Accrediting Commission. Now, the Distance Education Accrediting Commission is listed by the US Department of Education. This part is important. It's listed by the Department of Education as a recognized accrediting agency. All right, so that means the Department of Education in the United States will recognize a certification that is given by this organization. All right. Now, the Distance Education Accrediting Commission is also recognized by the Council of Higher Education Accreditation, CHEA. All right. So these are two important points why you can actually study here. All right.
You can support the Robdons brand today by visiting our website reasonwithrobdon.com, shop merchandise, and check out the variety of items we have just for you and the family. Positivity, your support for quality.
Happy shopping!
So the program was started in 2012. It was called Teach Now. However, since then, it has upgraded to Moreland University. And we can understand why. Because now they're also offering not only a teaching license, but they also offer a master's degree. So if you want to be able to offer a master's degree to persons and tell persons, hey, I'm not just giving teaching certificate to get you to be able to teach, the best thing to do is to rename. So I guess that is why they would have renamed to Moreland University. I'm going to put a link inside the description so that you can apply to them and gain all the information that you need. All right. So people, trust me, why are we upon? Why make you not have a teaching license? And of course, if you're going on a J1 program, it's only an asset. And if you're on an H1B program, it's an asset. Here's an opportunity that is available to you anywhere you are. And best of all, it is offered remotely, and the classes are self-paced. It is offered over 12 months, starting every month except December. All right, and it has a 12-week, so it culminates with a 12-week program where you do a practical thing. So you're going to be working with your professor, in a classroom setting. So if you're in a country like Jamaica, definitely you're going to be implementing what you have been taught over the period inside your classroom. They are going to be collecting the various feedback, and by that they'll be able to determine that you are successful in the program. And yeah, you end with what we call a teaching certificate, which recognizes you as a qualified trained teacher. Meaning you have your permit, you're legal now, and you can go around. All right? And of course, I must add this point that having a teaching license in the United States does not only allow you to teach in the United States, it could be what is considered an asset if you decide to go to another country. So, with all of that said, what are you waiting for?
Have for yourselves a fantabulous day. Put God in your process. Really go out this season and have for yourselves a fantabulous day. Put God in your process of getting these qualifications, applying for these job opportunities, and guess what? Absolutely everything. Not just some things, Every single thing is going to be copacetic. Peace.